Bro, I'm so mad I missed the game last night. Bro, my God. I got to talk to the damn bosses. Good morning. My God. Happy Saturday, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Y'all already know who I be. I really don't need no introduction, but I got to talk to the bosses about myself, man. I missed the Lakers game last night, man. They played the Phoenix Suns. It was the first official in-game tournament game for the Lakers, and I missed it. And I'm hearing that it was one of those ones for KD and LeBron James. I was in the middle of some of the highlights of the game. I think I'm still in the first half, but them guys was balling. I see that LeBron passed it to Cam Reddish, and Cam this time made the basket. I don't know if that was the game winner or what have you, but I'm looking at some of the narratives in the NBA, and I'm like, damn, yo, how could I miss the Lakers on a Friday night? I'm just so out of pocket. But shout out to LeBron and the Lakers for doing what I didn't think they were going to be able to do last night. Bradley Beal was going off. The highlights that I seen in the first half, like he was buckets. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the Lakers for being able to pull us through. But my God, did y'all see what Lil Man, Lil Wayne is terrible, bro. Lil Wayne is terrible. Did y'all see what Lil Wayne said on Undisputed the other day? I didn't get a chance to really chop it up with y'all, man, but I really don't want to go crazy on Wayne because I've been kind of saying the same thing, keeping it a buck. But Wayne went there on national television on Undisputed with Skip Bayless. He says if the Lakers want to be a championship team, they have to get rid of AD. If the Lakers want to be a championship team, they have to get rid of AD. This is what Lil Wayne said on national TV. I mean, I really, 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 really got to talk to the bosses, bro. What? Now, again, I don't want to shoot at D-Wade because, like I said, man, I am the one that has been campaigning in previous years for the Lakers to get rid of Anthony Davis solely because it seemed like he was eventually going to take the responsibility and the role over for LeBron James. And I never, ever bought into that idea. Even if LeBron was willing to defer, even if that was the game plan, that's just not Anthony Davis's makeup to me. It's just not. So I used to really be putting it out there that, you might as well get rid of AD while you can, whatever trade value that you can accomplish, while you have him, because he's so injured so much, you might as well go for it. But Wayne saying it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not even gonna lie. Wayne saying it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, bruh, if they get rid of Anthony Davis right now, even in the fantasy world, who the hell is out there available that's going to be able to plug that hole? Because all the surrounding parts are so iffy. LeBron James about to be 39 years old, year 21. All these guys that they have pretty much brought onto the Lakers roster to be a shooter, them guys have been inconsistent up and down. Injuries have been a big, big issue for the Lakers. We haven't even seen the full Lakers team play this whole season. So getting rid of Anthony Davis regardless of his availability or the performance. To me, Lil Wayne, it don't really make a lot of sense right now because there's nobody out there that you can get that's going to replace what he brings to the table on both ends of the basketball court. Simple as that. There's guys out there that can play. I'm not saying that AD is the best player or in the league, but as far as availability, who can be traded right now that can give you box office impact on defense and give you 20 something 30 a night on offense? What big man is available in the entire NBA? What big man is available for a trade like that? For a swap for AD? Nobody. So if the Lakers was to trade Anthony Davis for whatever reason, bro, it's strictly rebuilding mode after that. And it's sad because you're not going to win with him being the number one, but you're also not going to win without him. Like he's a unique, you know, piece in this puzzle when it come to the Lakers, man. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Alex, what it do, my G? You see how I'm carrying it, man. Early in the morning, my man Sensation is in the building, man. You know how I need to do, man. I figured I need to start doing some daily live streams on my platform. So I'm gonna be coming at you guys every morning, probably every morning, and I want to do a panel every evening. So I'm trying to figure out my schedule for live streaming when it comes to the NBA because we got so much going on. And then, of course, over on Players Choice, we got the Lakerland show tomorrow, 2 hour show going down 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about Kobe Bryant tomorrow. So it's going to be a pretty interesting show tomorrow. But man, yeah, getting back to what Lil Wayne was saying about the Lakers trading Anthony Davis. Like I said, I don't want to bug out on Lil Wayne because I done said this before. But realistically, especially now, like I know they got the win yesterday, which was big, and some of their perimeter presence is should be coming back soon. Prince is back. Rui, I believe, is back. Vando is working his way back. Like a lot of guys that they didn't have around the perimeter as far as the presence, the defense, those guys are going to be coming back. But it could also take time for chemistry. This is still a new team. Let's not forget, there was a lot of pieces returning, but the excitement for these new Lakers, a lot of that was based off of the new pieces that came onto the team. And them guys been up and down. Jackson Hayes inconsistent. Cam Reddish inconsistent. Gabe Vincent been hurt. Cam Reddish, and he's getting the minutes and he's not really consistently producing. Then you got the guys who we expected to do things. It's weird. We expect LeBron to play well. LeBron has been playing very well, but look how many minutes LeBron is averaging right now. That's not a good recipe for success. We already know that part. Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis putting up good numbers. He's playing high minutes, but that's what AD's supposed to do, so I'm good with AD. Look at our backcourt, though, for the Lakers. Austin Reaves, he's played well last night. He's had a couple good games, but this is not the same Austin Reaves we seen last year. He played in that FIBA Cup, that summer tournament, and I saw an interview maybe a week ago where LeBron was talking about how Austin Reaves going to need to get his legs back because he played in the summer. I don't think LeBron James honestly was too happy about Austin Reaves playing on the USA team over the summer because you could actually tell from the start of the season he really didn't have his legs and his conditioning under him. He was getting beat on defense. He's not a great defender to start, but he was looking winded. He wasn't hitting shots early on. And a lot of people projected him to be like the third guy for this team. So hopefully AR-15 can turn it around. But I do think that him playing in the summer league kind of, slowed the process up a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't really want to blame him, because a lot of guys play, off season basketball and stuff like that in the off season. But kind of unique situation because you got LeBron on your team, year 21. You don't know how many years LeBron James is actually going to be able to play, all that type of stuff. So you don't really want to play around just to play extra meaningless basketball. No disrespect to the FIBA Cup, but AR-15 got so much basketball left in his career. He could always, if he's as good as we think he is, he says he is him. If he is good as he says he is, um, he'll have plenty of opportunities to play in the summer. So Lakers kind of went off to a slow start. Now LeBron last night, he did reach a milestone that is crazy to me. I saw that this morning. He reached 5,000 career turnovers. That's kind of bugged out. If you ask me, I'm gonna keep it real. But LeBron usage rate has always been high. And I think this surprises me the most because he's not a point guard. Even though he's played the point guard, he's played that role in every destination. He's been a floor general in Cleveland both times. He was a floor general in Miami. He was a floor general in LA. So he hasn't been designated as a point guard. But we know as far as the usage rate goes, LeBron James always has had the ball in his hand, even though he's also a facilitator, one of the best basketball IQs in the game. My brother Sensation says Anthony Davis always brings the defense, but in the last playoffs, he was up and down on offense. I guess that's why Lil Wayne said that. And my thing is, I don't want to beat Lil Wayne up about it. Because, like I said, bro, I had the same sentiments about Anthony Davis, the inconsistency, and I felt like at the time I was really campaigning for it. There might be some teams that could put a package together. You might not get equal value for somebody like AD when we talk about potential. But if you got guys that's first of all going to be available, that's one plus. You need guys to actually play. The problem was AD wasn't even playing. So if you can get guys to really be available, number one, and then get guys to buy into playing defense, because the Lakers always had a defensive identity at the end of the day. If you could get guys to buy into that at the time, I felt like they might could find something to make work for them. Might not win them a championship, but at least they won't, be such a disappointment having some of the top players and then you coming up so short. That's just embarrassing, especially on LeBron James' legacy coming down the pipeline in the final years. But now, I just feel like Lil Wayne gotta recognize without Anthony Davis, the Lakers have, I hate to say it, the Lakers have no chance of doing anything. Even a chance of repeating going back to the Western Conference Finals. They have no chance of doing that without Anthony Davis. I still think LeBron James is the heart of the Lakers. I still feel like LeBron James is the best player on the Lakers by far. But, at the end of the day, the eye tests have shown us within these first, 8 games of the Los Angeles Lakers that this roster is not going to really be dependable outside of a guy like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who right now, both of those guys are averaging almost 40 minutes per game. I think LeBron is averaging over 35 minutes per game. And that Darvin Ham has to figure something out. And I kind of give him a pass because, you're dealing with, just the other night, the Lakers had an 8-man rotation. You only got 8 guys in uniform. It's only but so much you really can do. You know what I'm saying? 5 guys is on the court. So you only got 3 guys that's active on your bench that can come in and rotate. So Darvin Ham has kind of been limited as far as what he's been able to do. But he has made a lot of mistakes in his first couple of years, as expected. But he needs to learn how to fix these mistakes. Like, I don't see any improvement with any of the concerns that I've ever had when it comes to Darvin Ham as a head coach. Adjustments, lineups, like playmaking, the decision making. All those things I've questioned about Darvin Ham, I still have concerns about. I think the players still listen to him. I think they still get up for him. He's a guy that got guts. I do believe that. But, when it comes to the X's and O's, I'm still just questioning what the hell he's doing. Just like when he drew that play up for Cam Reddish the other night, when Cam Reddish had blew that wide open shot in Miami. So, getting rid of Anthony Davis, Lil Wayne, I would probably say hell no. Because there's nobody out there that the Lakers could get to help plug that hole that would be there. And then what would you be asking what the hell would you be asking LeBron James to do if you trade Anthony Davis? My God. Like LBJ would he would be burnt out by All-Star break. If they was to trade AD now and they still wanted to compete, LeBron would damn near have to average definitely 40 minutes a game. There really would be no chance for the Lakers to make any noise come the playoffs, even if they made the playoffs, because LeBron will be burnt out. He was burnt out last year. Look how they came up short versus Denver. They tried, but they just didn't have anything in the gas tank. So, Lil Wayne, he knows basketball. I'm not going to sit up there and disrespect him and say that he doesn't know the game. But just right now, saying that, the Lakers, if they want to be a championship team, they have to get rid of Anthony Davis. How? How? For who? I do think Lil Wayne being around Skip Bayless so much, I do think some of that it might be rubbing off on him. So we're gonna pray for Wheezy. But I just don't agree with that at all. Salute to my brother Hank, Sports Game Vision in the building. Hank says, told you if AD played, they win versus against Phoenix, especially when Devin Booker was out. Now, see, here's the thing, Hank. You missed the beginning of the stream. I pretty much cried like a baby because I missed the game last night. I fell asleep. So I did not get to witness anything. I just woke up this morning. I'm in the highlights right now. I'm on YouTube. I'm checking out the highlights. I'm only in the first half. I'm seeing how Bradley Beal went off against the Lakers. So I'm still checking out the actual highlights. But social media was telling me how the thing played out and the Lakers getting the win, how LeBron and KD had another one of those ones. So I'm glad that they was able to get the win. That basketball court for Phoenix for the tournament is ugly. My God. That is a ugly basketball court they played on last night, bro. I'm kind of glad I didn't watch the game because I don't know if I could sit for 2.5 hours looking at them colors, bro. I smoked too much weed, so that shit might have really, damaged my goddamn vision, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So it is what it is. Sensation says that's so true. AD's potential sold the Heat and Rockets game from an availability standpoint. And then when you talk about the Rockets, you talk about the game with the Rockets and even the Orlando Magic. Look at the lack of effort that team put together. Those games. That's Darvin Ham's job. You have to make sure that your guys are prepared. You have to make sure that your guys understand the moment. I don't care that these guys are superstars or the faces of teams or something. You have to remind these guys what situation you're in. Going into Orlando, they hadn't won any road games this season. They only had 2, but they were still winless on the road. You go in Orlando and get blown out by them young boys. Blown out, like ran off the court. That's effort. Darvin Ham, that's why I put him on the hot seat from the beginning of this season. Because, you want to put the expectations on LeBron or you want to put the expectations on Anthony Davis. You've given Darvin Ham on paper, according to all the praise people was giving this offseason, a lot to work with. A team that wouldn't need to be traded by the deadline. That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was praising Rob Pelinka for all the offseason moves that he did. So I need Darvin Ham to do his damn job when it comes to the X's and O's. Flat out. Hank, you can come through, brother. I think the link is pinned to the top, man. If the link should be pinned, man. Anybody can definitely join me on my live stream, man. It's always an open panel when we talk about the best of 7 sports talk. Make sure y'all smash that like button for the kid. Like I said, man, I'm going to start going live every day. I'm going to try to mix in 2 live streams. I'm going to try to mix in a live stream early in the morning around this time between 8, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna try to do a morning live stream. Just talk about some daily NBA news, shit that happened overnight. Just chopping it up. In the evening, I want to do more, like I said, more panel shows, get everybody involved, talk out shit. Y'all already know how we be rocking here at the Best of Seven Sports Talk. So I think Hank is going to be coming up in a second, and he'll join us. We'll talk out shit for a few minutes. Imagine this. Derrick Rose, if he never got injured. Or imagine if Chris Paul joined the Lakers with Kobe. Imagine if Kevin Durant stayed in OKC. What if Greg Oden stays healthy for the Portland Trailblazers? Imagine if Allen Iverson won a championship ring. Imagine D Wade winning an actual MVP. D Wade doesn't have any regular season MVPs. Really? I gotta talk to the bosses. Wait a minute. Dwayne Wade doesn't have any regular season MVPs. Yeah, you're right. What was that? 2008, 2009. He was kind of set to get one, but LeBron had got it. What year? I think LeBron took his MVP because Dwayne Wade had great numbers, but I think the Miami Heat won 43 games that season. Cleveland had the number one record in the East, won 60 something games, I think that season. And LeBron, their numbers were similar, but LeBron, I think, edged D Wade in most of the stats, especially the important stats when we talk about the MVP. And then the record, I think Cleveland's record was extremely better than what's the name? Miami. And that's one of the biggest reasons why he didn't win the MVP. Hank, my brother, good morning,
Good morning, man.
D Wade ain't got no MVPs.
Nah, that's why that big viral moment happened with Shannon Sharp. I don't know if you seen. He went on the about to call it boom boom room, the Shay Club Shay Shay Club Shay Shay. He's talking about how he felt he deserved that that MVP that year, but he realized, hey, Bron did have a better team that year. But yeah, that was a great year. Wade was one of the top 3 to 4, 5 best players in the league during that run. Him,
Yeah.
Kobe, LeBron, and yeah, that's why people were really mad when LeBron dipped and went to Cleveland. That's what most of the chatter was. You went to the barbershop saying, "Man, he got a top player with him. This is cheating. This is a cheat code or whatever." But
when he went to Miami, you saying when he went to Miami?
When he went to Miami, that's what everybody was crying about. He got the top one of the top 3 players in the league plus the top 10 player. But hey, you do what you got to do to win. And we on the basketball court. I see 7.
Dwayne Wade was not like that when LeBron went to Miami.
Oh no, he was dope. He was dope.
He was dope, but he wasn't like that. Like if he was like that, they would have won the damn championship.
Hey, look, you take Kobe out the league, you take LeBron out the league. Who was the best at that time? He was up there. He was top 3 to 5 best player in the league.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm not even going to debate it, but I just want to know. On a night in and night out basis, would you rather have Dwayne Wade or Tracy McGrady, and why? Because that's always been
Tracy. But Tracy, I don't remember if Tracy was at that time. Tracy may have been on the decline during that time. I can't remember.
But I'm looking at it from the window of shooting guards in that 2000 window. For the most part of the 2000, it was Kobe, Tracy, and D Wade. Those were the top shooting guards within maybe that 10. Because whatever 2 guards you're gonna put in that conversation.
You know what? I'm healthy. I'm gonna go with D Wade, and I got love for Tracy McGrady. He's the deal. He should be on that list you just showed too. Or what if? But I would pick D Wade. I've seen D Wade, especially in that rookie year
Mhm.
before he got Shaq. He was beasting out then. That's why Pat Riley wanted him so bad. He knows how to close. He's a finisher. He's got that Jordan spirit in him. So I would pick him over T Mac.
I got to talk to the bosses about you. I really do. I got to talk to the bosses about you. I got to talk to the bosses about the NBA, the fans of the association. And I don't want to be disrespectful because maybe I'm just out of pocket. But what is all this conversation and talk about D Wade being a closer? A closer of what?
Yes,
Explain
they
to
wouldn't have
me.
won the championship without him. Remember, he
eh,
had one before Bron.
This is my question because here we go again with you guys being prisoners of the moment. You are giving guys titles off of one moment instead of consistently seeing these guys earn that title. After 2000, between 2006 up until 2011,
Mhm.
when LeBron James joined Miami, that what was that, a 5-year window for Miami with D Wade? What the hell did D Wade close within that window? What the hell did Dwayne Wade do within that window?
Well, remember he got the championship. That was '06,
Right.
right?
I'm saying from Shaq leaving from the championship in '06 up until when LeBron joined in 2011. That's like a 5-year window.
Mhm.
What the what did Dwayne Wade, what did he close to be identified as this closer? What
All right. Well,
opportunities, what
remember
meaningless games did he have?
the team started getting older. Remember, that's what Shaq was going on his decline.
I
They
don't
got
want to
him
hear
out the
excuses,
door.
Hank. Hank, you know you want to give me excuses. I want to
Yes,
know. I don't want excuses. I want to know
look,
what defined him as a closer within those years because I saw missed playoffs, first round
got you.
exits, injuries. What was he closing out?
I'll get you. Like, look, this is how I'm gonna preface it. If you're comparing him and Bron, because we've already had the conversation last night. Bron is a guy that can keep a team together by himself. We already know that. He doesn't need but so much. Wade does need some players with him, but when you give that last 2 minutes on the game, you want to put the ball in his hands, and he's got a good team. He can close the deal for you. Even in that first year with Bron let Dwayne Wade close some games out
But see, this is
because he had the team now to do it.
but this is what I don't like about that notion. I feel like it's incomplete. Not from you because I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying this is what I don't like about it. Because we will praise D Wade for hitting a couple shots in the final couple of minutes and consider him a closer and give him that benefit of the doubt that you just gave him and totally forget how we were down 10 points in the fourth quarter, 12 points in the second half. And it was LeBron James' play that got this team in position for Dwayne Wade to even do his damn job. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
No,
not to
we're
say
saying
that
the
D
same
Wade
thing. Yeah.
give it up all 48 minutes, but it's just like, man, these teams have been put in such a deficit that you need a guy like LeBron James, and even including in the NBA Finals, Game 6 versus the Spurs, when Ray Allen hit the game-winning three. The Spurs were up by like double digits in the fourth quarter. It was LeBron, even though he
Bro.
missed those shots at the end. It was LeBron who single-handedly got the Miami Heat back in it. Without that, you don't have the opportunity for Ray Allen to create history. So it's just like, bro, I be wanting to hear complete storylines and arguments for this. When we come to Dwayne Wade, he gets so much props, and I don't want to take it away from him, but I feel like, bro, he had
Look,
alley oop.
what we saying this too is like we're not putting context to it because even Dwayne Wade on the Boom Boom Room Shay Club Shay said he admitted he was like, man, in that last part of it I was hurt. I was playing hurt. He wasn't the same. He don't have any knees. His knees were gone. He playing on bone to bone. During the time before when he was in that MVP conversation, he was healthier and he was a lot more elite. But he is, again, I put him in that Jordan category. Think about it.
But this is what I'm
Jordan
saying. This is what I
needed
want.
help too.
This is Jordan. Jordan needed help, but listen, Dwayne Wade knees was bugging him before LeBron came to Miami. We clear on that, right? Or no? Do you feel like
Yes,
Dwayne Wade was
but
fully healthy?
that 2008, 2006, 2008 window, 2009, he was It was serviceable. I think so. It was
What
serviceable.
I'm what I'm saying is, if you ask me, people's like to say how Miami helped LeBron James win, or Dwayne Wade, or the Miami Heat culture taught LeBron James how to win.
Mhm.
People like to use that narrative. I will argue that Dwayne Wade wouldn't have sniffed another NBA Finals if it wasn't for LeBron James coming to the
Oh,
Miami Heat.
oh yeah, definitely. They needed each other. Um, but absolutely for the Heat organization, they wouldn't have went back to the finals without Bron being there, and I think they know that. But to say that Pat Riley and D Wade didn't know how to win, I think that would be false. That wouldn't be fair because they've already done it. They knew how to get there, so they did give Bron a little bit of hate, just a little bit of hate. Do this, do that. Even like when they saying that D Wade was doing interviews with it, was it that first year?
Mhm.
That was purposely done.
Let me ask
LeBron
you
couldn't
this.
take that heat.
Let me ask you this. And I hate the nitpick, and I want to move on to my next topic, right? But
Got you.
okay. Shaq went to Miami in 2005 after winning 3 straight championships with the Lakers. He was the finals MVP 3 consecutive times. He goes to Miami in '05. They get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I remember that. My Pistons.
In '06, they win the whole thing. So the Miami Heat have brought in Shaquille O'Neal, a guy who's won 3 straight championships, 3 finals MVPs, one of the best players in the world, maybe the hottest player in the world right now, best player in the world. They bring him in, get the Eastern Conference Finals out of him, get a championship the next season. They don't win anymore until LeBron comes in his
Mhm.
second year. Where is all this winning Heat culture? Yeah, you're right. The Pat Riley and Dwayne Wade did win before, but I'm looking at the window in between.
Right.
You can't convince me that these guys have a winning recipe when they only won because they had Shaquille O'Neal with them.
I
They
got
they
you.
never showed any promise of winning once Shaq was gone until LeBron came.
It's not just the championships, it's the culture itself. And you don't want to dismiss what Pat did down in Miami. He was winning
True,
before Dwayne Wade got down there when he had Tim Hardaway and
true.
Alonzo Mourning when he was healthy. So he had a culture already been set. They had a rebuild. They brought Wade in, and then of course they got the championship with him and Shaq. Then they rebuild again with Wade, Bron, and Bosh, and then they
Right.
rebuild again after Wade and them with now with what's his name, Jimmy Butler. So they got a culture down there winning. Is but of course, you want to give respect on both sides. They absolutely needed Bron. Bron is the reason they got those 4 finals appearances. They got those 2 championships, and they would have had probably the other 4 finals appearances had he not left and went back to Cleveland. But to say they didn't have any kind of culture down there, I think would be unfair to Pat and of course to Wade in his small window in that Heat culture before Pat took over. I mean, well, before Wade got there, it's definitely a mixture of both. Two things can be true.
That's a fact. When you look at this right here, what would be your biggest, what is the biggest story on screen to you as far as the hypotheticals? Which one do you think would have the most impact on the league?
Wow, wow, wow. I like this graph right here. Wow, let me look here. We talked about Wade already. We kind of talked about
What if Melo would have
Iverson.
went to your Detroit Pistons?
That's what I'm
I know
looking
you
at. You
had a
know I'm
conversation
eyeballing that.
about that.
you know I'm eyeballing that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot. Like all of them are great storylines. Hmm. I think that the top, the bottom three is my favorite. I think that bottom three row.
MJ playing in 2021. Now, in 2021, who won the finals? That was Mil
Well, I don't know if
was
this.
that
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think, that was Milwaukee's year? Because
Milwaukee. I
LeBron and
think
AD and the Lakers won in 2020, right?
right. 2020, Milwaukee, Golden State, Denver.
Okay. So
Now,
this is Giannis winning his chip. This is Nikola Jokic's first MVP season. You're having Michael play in that time.
right. So if this meme was put out in 21, it mean basically being playing in modern era. Um, yeah, like that. I mean, the whole bottom row, like Detroit, Jordan, and Bron, all three of those are very interesting to see what would happen.
Right. I think I don't know, bro. I think the first one.
Detroit, or talking about
No,
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
When you look at this graph, that's the biggest unknown element in this visual. You do not know how great this kid could have been and how big he would have been for the city of Chicago if he
yeah,
still was able to play ball, because realistically, you would have never thought that there would have been another guy that could step in the city of Chicago on a basketball court and take it over. You know what I mean? You thought that was Michael Jordan's town, and it still is, so so to speak. But to have homegrown talent like uh
he's the chosen
D
son.
Rose. Yes, it's just
He's
like
from
it was
Chicago. He is from
yeah, that's what I
Chicago.
said. Like he's homegrown. It was a match made in heaven. And I'm feeling like, bro, if we would have gotten full potential out of him, you talk about these rings that Steph won, you talk about these rings that LeBron James won. D Rose may would have had something to say about, one or two of these things. Maybe
Yes.
Giannis wouldn't have one. Maybe Nicole. I think D Rose would have had something to say.
Right. Even my favorite of all time player, Isaiah Thomas, said that's his favorite player for Chicago ever out of Chicago was D Rose. Yeah, they all rooted for him, all the Chicago people. So many people that came out of Chicago, Anthony Davis and all them, and they all were
Mhm.
happy when he got to play for the Chicago Bulls. But of course, that massive injury changed everything for him. But he could have potentially in some ways took the city away from Jordan had he just got one
Right.
championship, because he is
Yep.
from there. He's like LeBron in Cleveland, so to speak.
That's a fact. Now I don't want to apply pressure to Nikola Jokic, but every time I have some proof, I have to show you. I have to show BA. I have to show the American public. I have to keep my argument going of why I don't feel like Nikola Jokic is by far the best player in the world. And I wish y'all stop creating that narrative. But here we go. Y'all know there's two sides of a basketball court. Rudy Gobert, who I've been trying to tell people since the preseason that he has been swatting shit, he is now the new favorite to win the Defensive Player of the Year. We still got a ton of basketball to play, Hank.
Correct.
But when you look at these names, AD, Young Vic, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic's name is not on this list. Neither is Joel Embiid, surprisingly to me. But this is where I feel like Nikola Jokic comes up short with this argument with me, and we'll get to Rudy in a minute. But your man is not elite on defense, so why does he get such a pass?
He's serviceable. He's a good defensive player. I wouldn't
You
say
think
he's
so?
elite. I don't think he's elite. I think he definitely clogs the lane and can bother shots. And I think he plays he gets effort on defense, but those guys are elite at that at that side of the ball. And I don't, but on every other part of the game, Nikola Jokic is better than pretty much everybody on that list. They can't
But
dribble like
this
him.
is
They cannot.
yeah, but we
Wembanyama's
talking
not
about
ready
defense.
yet.
Don't change. See how you trying to push the needle? We're talking about defense. This is a deep. Don't do this, Hank. See, this is why we keep doing this. We're talking about defense only. Because if you want to
Defense
talk
only.
about offense, we can go there too. But I'm just saying, defense. This is a 7-footer. He ain't banging with a whole bunch of 7-footers night in and night out. So he's defending a lot of 6'10", 6'11" centers. So why is his name not up here? For
Well,
I don't
let me
understand.
see that list again. Let me see that list
Let me
again.
bring it up, man. Look at these. Look at
Defensive,
these guys.
defensively, you don't think he could play defense on every one of those people? Probably except for the bottom two. Of the only
I've
and
watched.
Victor only because he's so tall and can play guard. And Anthony Davis, he can also put it on the floor a little bit too. Those are the only two that would
For
give him problems.
no way. I got four of these five guys giving him 20.
You think Jaren Jackson gonna give him 20
The only
on this list?
reason, the only reason that JJ, in my opinion, wouldn't give him 20 is the same reason that Rudy Gobert probably wouldn't. It's just because of their offensive inefficiency. It's
Right.
not because of what Jokic can do defensively. Those guys are just not good offensive ball players.
Right.
So you're right. Jaren Jackson Jr., Rudy Gobert, they
Evan
probably
Mobley.
wouldn't give him um 20. Evan
Evan.
Mobley, yes. Yeah,
Mm,
absolutely. You give Evan enough touches. If you give Evan enough touches to get to 20, he'll get it on Nikola Jokic.
and that was another big man we forgot about to mention that one time we talked about the big man. Yeah, I forgot about Evan. And what's
Yeah,
his
because
teammate?
see,
Um,
um,
Afro. Look like he should be on NBA streets.
who's that? Kobe, not Kobe. I'm about to say Kobe White. I forgot his name. But
Played for
again,
Cleveland. Yeah. Played for me. Played for the
um,
Brooklyn Nets.
what is his name?
Allen. Is it? Yeah, Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. He's
Big
another
time scrub
prime
zero.
time defender. He's a big time defender.
Salute.
Scrub in the building. Salute, Scrub. You know, you're welcome to join us, gang, as always. Link is pinned to the top. But yeah, I
Uh, shout out to Jared Jackson, Michigan State. That's my school too. So, yeah, I don't think he's gonna put 20 up on Jokic though. I don't think he'll do that.
probably not. But AD has proven to go off on
Yeah,
Nikola Jokic.
he got him. And when Wimby's just again, he's not even touched his surface, his whatever yet.
So yeah. What
But
are
you
we
see, he
doing?
got locked up the other day. Did you see that by
Who?
Mitchell Robinson?
Now that was crazy.
Yeah, Mitchell
Only
said he was gonna
because
do it too. He
Mitch
said he
said
was
he
gonna
was
do it.
going to do it, bro. I was sitting there like, really?
Like, dang,
And I
okay.
like Mitchell Robinson.
Uh
I'm
huh.
like, yo, he's setting himself up for failure.
Hey,
You know,
he backed it up. He saw
he
something.
back. Yeah, he
He saw
definitely.
something, and he's athletic and everything himself. So
What do you think of Mitch? Do you think you think New York is the right place for him?
they need him, you know. And I love the Knicks too. I love the Knicks, so I want to see them do well. They got rid of the other guy, the high flyer, traded him to Pacers. They need Mitchell Robinson there. They cannot afford to get rid of him.
Only until Embiid comes.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
Embiid comes
that's
and
different.
he can get the hell out of there.
That's different. And then if they can sneak what you call it in through the back door. Uh, Donovan was it Donovan Mitchell? That's gonna be solid.
That too could be pretty official. So I ain't mad at that. Scrub, what's up, gang? Think you muted, Scrub. Turn your mic on. Give my man LeBron some props.
Y'all can hear me now?
I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I can hear
Cool.
you now. What's happening,
Yeah,
gang?
like that for some reason. Man, ain't no one worried about your man. So I ain't come up here to
You
talk
see it?
about. I
You
don't
see
talk
it?
about love. I
I always
well
try to force a conversation out of
because
Scrub
y'all
when it
brought
comes
up
to
the damn
LeBron.
Knicks. Oh dear God.
What's your thoughts on this right here though, Hank? Rudy Gobert being the new favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year.
That's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
What's your
Well,
thoughts
obviously
on Rudy specifically though?
he's always been elite defensively. That's his call to action. And obviously he hasn't won it in a couple years now. So
I think two.
he has a great chance to win it again. They don't like to keep giving it over and over and over, giving other people a chance to win. But you know, it's his and Jaren's for the taking. And Anthony Davis got to stay on the floor. Otherwise, I think he might have an opportunity to get it. They would definitely love to give it to the Lakers player. The league would love that, but he has to stay at that 65 game minimum and be elite on the end of the floor for it to happen.
Why y'all don't have expectations for Nikola Jokic to win this though? I don't understand.
Because he's not a defender.
That's not his. That's
Why
not his
not?
deal.
So how is he not a defender, but y'all consider him the best player in the league?
Everything
Wait,
else.
the same way y'all consider LeBron the best player in the league and he not defending. But
I
we ain't gonna
consider
talk about
LeBron the best player in the league because, as you can see, even down to last night, he's 39 years old, year 21, and he still can do anything that everybody else can do. There's nothing that your favorite player can do that LeBron James cannot do. He's proven it night in and night out, playing almost 40 minutes.
LeBron played 40 minutes. He still ain't got no game. What you mean?
Come on, man. You just
bold.
you know greatness when you looking at it, bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling
and
you,
and that ain't greatness, dog.
this ain't greatness. What we witnessed last night was I didn't witness it. I'm gonna keep it real because I missed it.
Yeah,
I fell asleep, bro. I fell asleep, man, like a damn fool. I'm not even gonna lie. Now he did reach this 5,000 career turnover plateau. You know, I know you're a little bit happy about that.
I wouldn't even say happy. I'd say it's expected because he always got the ball in his hand. Oh dang! I'm about to say they got 7.
Oh no, I'm trying to fix this lag I got.
32. He got 32 points last night.
Yep. KD went off too, though.
Yeah, he almost had 40. And shout out, I want to say this on your show. Shout out to my guy. I don't want him to be out the league. He had a nice night last night. Cam Reddish.
Ooh. Oh man.
Yeah.
He did his job.
Even Stephen A. Smith was blasting him, saying he almost out the league. So, hey, Cam Reddish, get it together. Nice game. Keep it up.
Man, ain't no one worried about no dang on Cam Reddish.
Square, what you think about Lil Wayne saying if the Lakers want to be a championship team, they have to get rid of Anthony Davis?
I disagree. I don't think they're good enough. Like, unless you could get another, if you could get another superstar, maybe. But what are you going to get back for Anthony Davis if you get rid of him?
Thank you. Especially right now, there's nobody there available. Even in a trade package, there's like literally nobody. There's only one person, and that's Embiid.
And I do not see the Sixers trading Embiid to the Lakers. Like, he's the only guy, and I don't see that. And I just don't see that working out.
Now, see, why do you say that? Because they're winning right now.
The Sixers.
Yeah, because
see, that's the thing. I thought they'd make a move, but they're winning right now. I don't think they're in a rush. I think they're going to wait for the best. They're going to let teams make their bids, and they'll wait for the best package and then go for that. And if maybe they continue winning, Embiid doesn't get traded. I mean, they got time. It's not like, remember, it's only November. They got all the way to February. So there's a lot of things that could happen before then.
I mean, they're playing real good right now.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Hank, that surprised me the most. And it's still concerning. I don't know where Joel Embiid's head is at because I don't believe that the 76ers want to part ways with Joel. But I feel like Joel Embiid is going to demand, or I felt like he was going to demand a trade eventually. But now the way that they're winning, I don't know if that has changed his mind or put him in the mindset to stay if he feel like they can make some noise with the guys that they got, because I still don't feel like they can compete for a title.
Well, they do have a decent squad, especially with that pickup they got with the Kelly Oubre. He playing out his mind, and then Tyrese is playing way better with James off the team, and maybe moving into a new role as far as his role on the team. But the salary cap is supposed to have like room for 2 max players at the end of this season. So maybe they're in his ear saying, hey, we got you, just hold out. They didn't even give Maxey his deal yet because they're trying to structure everything to bring in more players. And of course, what's his name? J. Cole is going to be off the team next year too. What's his name? Harris. Yeah, he gonna be off the team. His contract is up. We don't know if he's gonna be gone, but the contract is up. So they're probably in his ear saying, "Hey, we got these things we can do. Maybe they can make some moves with these expiring contracts, and then we'll have a team
Right.
ready for you to go for the championship." But yeah, I mean, he's probably a little comfortable. I
That's
mean, he goes
crazy.
somewhere else. It's probably not. Well, the New York might be his team, but you know, this is definitely his team, Philly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Give me a
I
second. Let me
don't
pull
think I don't
something up.
think Embiid's in any. They moved off of James Harden. I don't think it's a rush. Like if he gets traded, at least how things are going right now, he'll take it. But I don't get the sense he's
But that's
really
my thing,
stressed about
Scrub.
it.
And you might be right, bro. But how long do you think it's gonna be before Joel Embiid start to stress it? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not convinced that just because Harden is gone, all problems are over.
No,
Like
not all the problems
I
are
think they
over.
still, you know,
Yeah, no, I got you. And no, it's not all the problems are over. It's just there's not that you don't have. I guess there's not the urgency to make a move at like now. There's not that sense of panic. Like, all right, now we got he's gonna be that disgruntled. We have to get him out of here. They're like Embiid probably just like, all right, I'm gonna see how it go. But listen, I'm ready to hop out of here at a moment's notice. These guys start acting up again.
right. One more thing, fellas. Well,
Mm.
real quick, I do want to ask y'all about um like athletes doing media. Let me matter of fact, let me drop this s- s- screen share real quick. I'll do this later. Um Give me 1 second, fellas. Yeah, Hank, I'll show you that shit, gang. You talk about the screen share, Hank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I can show you as soon as I finish this topic. This is the last topic. I just wanted to ask y'all. Like when we talk about athletes doing media, Draymond Green, Paul George, JJ Redick, Gilbert Arenas, all these guys got their own platforms, their own podcasts. What do y'all fellas learn from the athletes and the athlete media? Like what are y'all learning from the athletes who are now media? Are y'all learning anything about the game? Are y'all getting more of a personality? Like, what are y'all getting out of these athletes who now converted into media personalities?
Some of them, I'm getting the same thing I get from the actual media guys. They don't know jack squat. They just talking. That we don't. You're gonna get some of that there, and then you got some that you do get the perspective of all right how it's like to be a player. They do spit. They actually are talking the game, but with basketball, like yeah, they're talking, but they're not really talking about the game. Like I'm not really learning anything about the game itself.
Thank you. Thank
At
you,
least
bro.
with the basketball players.
Thank you. Thank you. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like, yeah, they tell us stories. They give us some behind the scenes intel. They give us stories about things that have happened. You know, the players do a good job of that on their podcasts and stuff like that. But when it comes to actually teaching people the game or showing how the media actually got this wrong, that wrong, I don't see that a lot from the Steven Jacksons, the Matt Barnes, all these Shannon Sharp, all these former players who are now stepped in the realm of media. They don't do a much better job of explaining the game, in my opinion, to the general fan. They more or less just using the title of media to tell stories and stuff like that. What about you, Hank? What do you get from the
Well,
athletes who now media?
I enjoy it. I watch a lot of them myself. It's a way for them to Like we talked about, they jumping into our space, the content creator space, but you get to get their personality and who they are. They get to tell the stories about what's happening, things you don't know. Like I just told you this morning, with Gilbert talking about LeBron grew 4 inches. Like where, what, when did that happen? But JJ Redick does break down the game. He does do that on his podcast. He'll break down and teach you some things. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. What I want a little bit more of the breaking down the game from other people. Yeah, you get it here and there, but I would like to have more of it. I think KD did have a thing on ESPN where he did like the Kobe thing where he broke down games. Kobe did it as well. Remember, he take games and break down the clips and show what they were doing, what wrong, what went right, what they could have did better. Um, Things like that will be very informative for the fans as well. But again, I like it because it gives their personality and also gives them a way to silence the media if they're trying to attack them in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But what it's just, I just don't like when we've always seen the athletes say that if you ain't played the game of basketball, you shouldn't be able to speak on it. Like they have a different perspective to give, and then when they get the platform to do it, they don't.
Yeah, we talked about that, Sevens, man. I don't like that. We are fans. A lot of us have played high level basketball as well. Guys that are on here played some professionally, some college, some high school and stuff, or just play. Period.
Yep.
When we watch it for years and years. We're not idiots, and we get to speak our mind. We're going to do it anyway, and
Right.
it brings fan attention to the game, which is nothing wrong with it. So to tell us to mute ourselves is crazy.
As opposed to telling us to mute ourselves, show it like, hey, no, this is, you don't understand what's going on. Here's what's going on. Break it down from an external perspective. Not everyone can necessarily do that, but like break it down in a way that the common person can understand. Oh, okay, that's what happened. Like even if they don't fully get, like they have an idea, like okay, I didn't see it like that. Now I'll pay attention to that. I can actually now I can process that. Now I know what I'm looking for.
How many of these athletes have we seen get on their shows talk about how stupid Skip Bayless is, or how dumb his take was, or how, you know what I'm saying, something like that, but you never actually see them breaking down or
Right.
correcting what was
Right.
said. Like, how, and it's just like, man, I would like to see that a little bit more, but I do get it. Social media is all about entertainment and stuff like that. So
Right.
if this was like a graph, I don't think it's 50% entertainment and 50% education that these athletes are providing, though. And I kind of got a problem with that. What are y'all putting the percentages at on a graph where we talk about entertainment versus the actual educating of fans? How much more do you think the athletes are worried about entertaining than actually educating?
I mean, I would say it's, and it's not even for all the players. This is just for a few, more like 85-15 for some of them.
Mm-hmm.
At least the ones that actually do it. The rest of them is just, I ain't getting educated at all.
Yeah. It's like something like that percentage you just said, Scrub. It's higher on entertainment because it's entertainment in at its best anyway.
Right.
When it's simple and plain, it's entertainment. We want to be entertained, but we know the more sensational topics are going to get the clicks and the views, and I think those players realize that as well. They can't break down if they just did a whole podcast on breaking down the game. Of course, us basketball fans are going to tune in, but the casual people, the people that just want to come on here and just watch something and be entertained, they're not going to watch that. They're going to click away from it.
And nothing like that ever goes viral. Like you can't really get nothing off of that. Like you're not going to go viral showing someone how to do a pick and roll or stuff like that. So I kind of get it.
The only way you do that is
I
like a
kind of get it.
Shaq in the Fool type of thing. Like, they take a bad pick and roll and make fun of it and go crazy with some crazy
Right,
sayings.
right, or some trolling
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, right, that's a
the
fact.
trolling. But
That's a fact.
beyond that, just breaking it down, no, they got to mix it in. And of course, I also think that some of these podcasts are sponsored by big media or traditional media as well. They're probably feeding them not to do some
Right.
of those things to make some of their lead hosts look bad and everything like that as well.
Yep.
But
That's why, like, different sport, but like Kurt Warner does his quarterback breakdown. He actually just breaks down like route concepts and that sort of thing, because that's he's like from his perspective as a quarterback and trying to get things working. It's like the common fan probably he would have no interest in that, but me as someone who really enjoys football, who wants to understand it better, that
Would
like
embrace it,
that's
right?
yeah, that's great.
And then you got to think about it too. Players probably like, man, shit, we got summer camps. I host the summer camp and all that stuff. So if you want to be educated, you know what I mean? I got that going on. So, I'm going to use the social media platforms for entertainment. You can join my summer camp if you want to actually learn something. So,
The game is to be sold.
oh, not told. Facts. All right, fellas, I'm about to sign off and get breakfast on the way. I appreciate y'all joining me this morning.
No problem, man. Always good to talk to y'all.
Oh yes.
As always, bro, y'all stay safe, and I'll catch y'all people later on here on the channel. Make sure y'all smash that like force one time. Catch y'all this evening, man. Hank, I holla at you. You want me to show you that real quick before I step
Yeah.
off?
I was wondering how you did
All
that.
right. Got you covered. All right, people, let me end the stream. Scrub, I holla at you, G. Appreciate you for joining us.
All right, Seven. Hank, peace.
Alrighty. Peace, bro.